So yeah, right when I thought that my birth month could not get any better.
I don't believe in violence as the reaction.
What is going on, my entities? It's the universal entity back at it again for my second podcasting episode on the Unicast. And today we're going to be visiting a very intriguing topic, which is what was Jesus' real name and how did he get it? Now, if you guys please like or dislike, share the video, and remember to subscribe. Now, with that out of the way, before we get into today's intriguing topic, right? This video is like under 6 minutes, right? Yeah. So I do want to promise you guys two more things other than uploading at least one video for every month for the rest of the duration of that this year, right? Two more things I want to promise you guys. Number one, by the time I post the next video, I will have already created an Instagram page specifically just for this YouTube channel, this podcast. And I'm also going to, after this video, of course, I still will be touching on more religious and historical like videos and even educational videos. But I will say after this video in particular, I will be moving towards the channel having more topics regarding relationships, dating, feminist movement, those type of stuff that are intriguing within a lot of these more first world countries and stuff that can be applied to us, seeing as though here in the Caribbean and worse in Jamaica, especially in the urban sections I should say, there tends to be a type of trend where we are almost trying to become like an island version of America. Like we're trying to take in almost too much of their culture, right? Which can be both a good thing and a bad thing. But yeah, we're not here to talk about that right now, right? So again, like or dislike, share this video, share this channel, and yeah, don't forget to subscribe. So yeah, this is gonna be the video I would like to post for April. Yeah, cause by the time I post this out, it's gonna be like in April. But I tend to like make my videos ahead of time so you guys can know. So sometimes when I post these videos, I'm making them like a month or so ahead of time. But yeah, also I will be having more participants or guests come onto the show, because so far I have not had any. I've already recorded some sessions with a few people. Shout out to those people. But yeah, let's get into the video, shall we?
Perhaps the most well-known name in the entire world, Jesus Christ, is the name of the Messiah of the Christian faith. And that name has become pretty widespread, regardless of your personal beliefs. But there's something unusual about the name Jesus, since in the original copies of the Bible, his Hebrew name is actually written as Yeshua, which more closely aligns to the English name Joshua. So where did this translation come from? Well, this is a relatively compact history that has to do with things altering as some words became lost in translation. So let's start off with our first question, which is, what language was the New Testament originally written in? Well, it wasn't written in English or Hebrew, but rather Greek. But notice how my question centered on the New Testament and not the whole Bible. That's because the Old Testament, or the books of the first half of the Bible, were written originally in Hebrew and Aramaic, but the latter half of the Bible, or New Testament, was written in Greek. So this leads us to our next question.
I want to say before we move on any further, cause I mean it's just like 1 minute into the video, right? I did know prior to this video that the Bible was written in Hebrew and I believe Arabic. How did I forget already? How am I forgetting already, guys? I swear it must be ADHD, right? Yeah, I knew it was written in Hebrew and another language, right? But what I didn't know was that only applied to the Old Testament, right? When it came out to the New Testament, I thought it was like more or less the same thing, but apparently it's written in Greek. So shout out to my Greek people, Greek entities I should say. Why am I saying people, guys? I swear to God, I am going to like one day just say entities and all those type of stuff rather than just saying guys or people. That's another promise. All right, yeah.
How did Yeshua become translated to Jesus? In the text, a Greek-English lexicon compiled in the 19th century by Henry George Liddell, Robert Scott, and others, Yeshua was translated into ancient Greek as Jesus. And that's because the original authors of the New Testament were trying to convert the sound of the Hebrew name into Greek letters. But since they didn't have the letters or spelling to represent the sh sound in their language, they substituted an S sound in the middle, and that led them to Jesus. But even though there were other men with the first name Yeshua in the Bible in the Old Testament, and also men with the same name who were contemporaries of Jesus, their names were written in Hebrew and thus stuck closer to the Joshua translation once their names were converted into English. But it took a while for the J sound to be placed in front of Jesus. It wasn't until 16th century English translations of the Bible that Jesus was spelled as Jesus. So the men named Yeshua in the Old Testament became Joshuas, and the Yeshua of the New Testament was transliterated to Jesus. And the distinction of translation versus transliteration here is key. Translation is the act of changing a word from one language to its equivalent in another language, like book in English becoming libro in Spanish. But transliteration is the conversion of letters and sounds from one alphabet to another. For example, Greek has the letter phi, but that letter isn't a part of the alphabet in English, so it's phonetically transliterated phi. But that brings us to our third and final question. How did Christians arrive at the full title, Jesus Christ? Well, according...
Guys, I'm going to tell you now, in case you did not know the full story of how this happened, or you happen to have watched this video already, alright, fine. But trust me, this was kind of like mind-blowing to find out like where the name even Christ came from, much less the word Jesus, right? Alright.
According to an op-ed piece in Newsday written by Rabbi Mark Gelman, Hebrew naming practices don't favor last names, but rather take the form that demonstrates parental connections to a father or mother. Gelman notes, a Jewish name is your first name in Hebrew followed by a connecting word ben, which means son of, if you are male, or bat, which means daughter of, if you are female. These connecting words are followed by the first name in Hebrew of your father, and in some cases also the first name of your mother. He goes on to write that in some cases your place of birth or origin could also be added to the end of your name in Hebrew to help distinguish between people with the same name from different places. But in the Christian faith, Jesus is noted as the son of Mary and God, so the traditional naming of Jesus, son of Joseph, Mary's husband in the Bible, wouldn't be fitting. Instead, during his lifetime, he was known as Jesus of Nazareth, drawing the second half of his name from where he was from and not from either parent. The Christ portion of his name isn't a last name at all, but a word translated which means the Messiah, or God's anointed one, who was prophesied and foretold about in the Jewish faith. So Christ in this case functions more like a title, as in Jesus the Anointed One or Jesus the Messiah, rather than as a last name. So how does it all add up? In the case of the name Joshua, the name went directly from Hebrew to English. But in the case of the name Jesus, it traveled a more winding linguistic trajectory from Greek spellings to English. And it probably is because contemporary English naming practices follow a strict form of first name then last name, like Danielle Bainbridge or John Doe, that a lot of us who speak English get a bit mixed up by thinking Christ is a last name instead of a title. So what do you think? Have anything else to add to our timeline? Drop it below.
Alright guys, a shout out to this YouTube channel for this amazing video. Yeah guys, it wasn't even like 5 minutes. The name of the YouTube channel is called PBS Origins, and yeah, this video was published I believe back in 2018. Yeah, so they have like over 400,000 subscribers, so like shout out to them and their team for this amazing video yet again, because trust me, this video was like very informative, right? Yeah, so yeah guys, so again, today's kind of like a short video because like I said, I'm currently a university student and I'm going to be like getting to like wrap up to those like examinations for finals and those type of stuff. So until the next time, more than likely that will be probably in May, but like I said, by that time I'd already have like an Instagram page up and running, and also I will be using that same Instagram page to also get more participants, because so far everybody who I've gotten is like people who either attend my university or people who I know personally, right? So it hasn't really been a situation whereby it's just somebody out there who like works at like a call center who I just happen to like just randomly I found them on Instagram, Snapchat, whatever the case may be. You get what I'm saying? So I kind of want more of those people who like I don't really know but are interested to be a part of like the discussion. Worse, I'll be getting to that more dating relationship side of things. So I expect probably a lot more females, especially because I believe it's like 50-50 on male and female side of things. But yeah, well, regarding like the participants, right, guys? Regarding the participants. So thanks again. Today's like gonna be a very short video, probably like under 15, maybe even 10 minutes. So yeah, hope to see you guys the next time. And the universal entity is out.